So we are out here in the middle of the Creb Track doing Cairns to Cape York, 7 days, 6 nights. Going to be an adventure. It's hot, it's dusty, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. So let's jump back to the start, see how we got here.
So this is where it all began. The day before, we flew into Cairns and stayed at the Ridges Hotel, where we'd be picked up and make our way out to Elwood, ready to start the adventure. Upon arriving here, it's time to get into our riding gear, sort out our stuff that we need to take with us. Everything else can be left here and picked up when we return.
All the formalities we have to do, tell you how everything runs, where we're going, and then we can get on the road. Ready to go!
With all the briefing and paperwork formalities out of the way, it's time to jump on the bike and head for the top of Australia. Day one, let's go. We've got 1,450 kilometres ahead of us. Before we can tackle the dirt, we've got to run out of Cairns City itself and it's into the scrub. After our run up towards Coranda, we turn off the blacktop and we're onto the dirt. Up it, Scotty! These first few tracks of the day are just so the guys from Elwood can work out everyone's rider ability, and if there is some with a lower skill level, they can tailor the tracks and split up into 2 groups. Along this route, we pass through an Aboriginal community. Then we're back on the forest trails, opening up that CRF 450. From here, it's a bit of a blacktop run into the town of Mossman. We'll then head up and hit the Creb Track. And this is it. But first, we need to cross one of Australia's most croc-infested rivers to get it started.
Money, power, and
Getting to be able to ride the Creb Track is just luck of the draw sometimes. Up here, when it rains, this track becomes almost impassable because of the hard-packed clay. It becomes like skating on an ice rink. So yeah, dry conditions only for this one. One thing you're going to get a hell of a lot of if you do a ride up here is dust. There's just no way, unless you sit back, to stay out of it. On the flip side of that, you're going to get plenty of crystal clear river crossings just like these. Give yourself a bit of a scrub.
So that's all the Creb and day one done, pretty much. We're just at Wodgil Falls now. A quick look here before heading over to the lines then. It's been a bloody cracker of a ride so far, and with a few more days still left of it, looking forward to it. But for now, have a look at this. What a waterfall, eh? So back a couple of years ago, they had the cyclone come through here. They had a couple of meters of water here. Like you can see all the erosion and everything up here. So water would have been absolutely humming. Would have been a sight to see. For now, head to the pub, beer, bit of a shower, cool off. It's been a hot one. And more tomorrow.
Our stop for night one, the Lions Den Hotel. This place is absolutely iconic. With these tours as well, the support truck meets you at the end of every day. You've got the beer on ice waiting for you to get off the bike and snacks ready. And the boys will look after all the mechanicals on the bike while you sit down and put your feet up.
Day two, Starky Track today. Last night, Lions Den, a couple of beers and some pizza. But today's going to be the hardest day probably of the whole trip. It's about 150 k's into the Starky, then 70 k's of just bull dust, square edge ruts. Lots of trees, so it's going to be a slog, and then 70 k's from there out to camp. So let's go jump on the bike and get ready for that one.
Before hitting the tracks, we take a ride into Cooktown and come and check out this awesome spot. This is Grassy Hill, and how is the views? It actually played an important part back in Captain Cook's journey in 1770. They climbed up here to have a look at the reef and navigate safe passage. After this as well, not everybody's going to be riding the Starcke Track. It's a pretty grueling ride, so some of them have elected to take the scenic route. But for the rest of us, let's get into it. This building here signifies the start of the Starky. You'll often find guys from Starky Station camped up under here, taking refuge from the heat. Like I was saying earlier, this track has so much dust. There's even sections where if you're too close to someone and they go through the bull dust, you actually can't see a single thing. This section of the Starky takes us into Cape Melville National Park. It's awesome how the ground changes out here. White sand to red rocks.
Out on the Starky, boys. What do you think of this one?
Good.
It's a hard slog, eh?
Yeah,
Hot, dusty.
Nice and warm.
Oh yeah. Sand's a bit of fun. Boy.
Yeah, pretty hard work.
Yeah.
Pretty knackered.
Just like the building before that signified the start of the Starky, this rusty old tractor signifies the end. Starky Track done.
311 kilometres.
I did 309.
It is 85 k's from the top of the hill to look out to here.
It's a f***ing long way. Just sit there, just blue. Hey? Oh, you going?
As much as some of these river systems look inviting after a tough slog on the bikes, this one here is known for big crocodiles, so swimming's definitely not advised here. That's the day done today. Starky ticked off the list. Hard slog, plenty of sand, plenty of heat, a lot of bull dust, a lot of square edge holes and stuff, but made it through. And now just camped here. Time for a bit of a shower, toilet block here and showers and stuff, so do that and settle in for the night. 311 Ks, mate, today.
311. I
Hey.
got 309, so I did 2 less than you.
So we're doing more Ks on this trip than we do in a year back home.
Pretty much.
Your body feels it.
Like, I reckon we average about 100, 110 Ks a trip maybe.
Yeah, and then if we do a morning ride at home, we're only pumping out 40, 50, 60.
Yeah.
Now here we're doing 260, 310.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'm knackered.
Yeah.
That's 2 days in. Got, what, 3 more days of riding? 4
Yeah,
more days
4
of
more
riding?
days
4
of
more
riding.
days of
Yeah,
riding.
so plenty more to come.
Yeah, it slipped off, didn't it?
Day 3. Stayed at Kalpower Crossing last night, so just a little campground here on the river, on the Normanby River. Now making our way towards Cohen for lunch at the pub there, and then yeah, out to a station tonight, so let's get into it. This happens a few times on the trip, flat tyres. That's one job that in the bush most people dread changing, but the boys here have done so many, got it down to an art. This section of river here is really interesting. The high section, fresh water, the lower section, salt. And on that sand island in the centre there, there's a croc slide. So somewhere in between a tide change, there's been a salty sitting up there. 240k done so far today. It's lunchtime and it's beer o'clock
Oh, it's beer o'clock.
at the Cohen Hotel.
Holy moly.
After a feed, it's time to grab some fuel before jumping on and ripping up the PDR. This section between Cohen and Archer River was some of the roughest sections we experienced for our whole trip. Last year when we were up here, this bridge was still under construction. Now completed, it's making the area more accessible in flood times. Pretty cruisy transit day today. Not a whole lot to film on this one. A few tracks off to the side and break things up a bit, but now we're camped up here and it's time for a swim. How is it?
It's refreshing.
Refreshing. Cold?
Nah, it's about right.
Yeah, nice.
There's some bits that are warm, some bits that are a bit cold.
Yeah, nice.
Not too bad though.
It looks like it'd be inhabited with crocs, eh?
It is. We're here.
Up, going in. Day 4 today, and the mighty Frenchmans we're going to be tackling. So we're up to about a bit over 900k so far in 3 days. So another 250, 270 today, and then tomorrow 300 and something. So we're racking up the Ks, but we've got the Frenchmans today, Tally Track tomorrow. Let's get stuck in today. These tracks we are riding this morning are at the back of Wolverton Station. Elwood are the only ones that have access to ride these tracks. This here is about to be our first round bike of the trip. And just like changing flat tyres, these guys have undrowned so many bikes, they've got it back up and running in no time.
Brand new.
Now it's time to head up out of the creek and towards the Frenchman's.
Where are we, Scotty?
So the Frenchman's, brother.
There we go.
We stop for a quick snack before tackling the Frenchman's, and then off to our first major obstacle, Pasco River. You have to be so careful up here travelling at the speeds you do on a bike. There's so many tracks and sections of tracks that have just been washed away and can end you up in all sorts.
At the big Pasco River crossing. So a bit deep to ride this one for us, so we'll just throw a couple of sticks in and carry across. "21 bikes is a fair effort to get across this river. Everyone pitches in and lends a hand, makes light work." That there was about as close as you want to get to hitting a tree. That was lucky. This here is the last river crossing on the Frenchman's, the Wenlock River. Nice sandy base and easy one to cross. Almost.
Close enough.
Up the middle, wow!
This here marks the end of the Frenchman's Track. Here, rip up the PDR to the Old Telegraph Station. That's where we'll be spending the night. thing I can't talk highly enough about on this trip was the food. There was so much of it and all tasted amazing, especially this roast.
I walk around with my head down, with nothing left but these memories. I still don't know where I went wrong.
Day 5 today, and the day everyone's looking forward to, the Tally Track. So we've got about 30k to run up from Moreton Station here to Bramwell, and then we're into it. So days of swimming and riding some fun obstacles and some nice creek crossings and stuff. So I think everyone's looking forward to that. So getting packed up now and ready to head in. Yo! Ready for the tally, mate?
Cannot wait.
Here we go, the track that most people come here for, the Tally Track. Nervous, Pierce, Scotty?
Get it out.
Keen to do this on the bike here last year with the cars, so yeah, it's going to be good to do this. Here's the first obstacle, Palm Creek. We all decided to take the easier line down the side. We can ride it, we figured so close to the top, why risk injury or breaking the bike? And we're almost there. One of the boys, unfortunately, on the very first day broke his shoulder and didn't want to repeat of that.
It is crazy how much faster it is doing this on the bike than the car. So last time when we come up with the car, where we had lunch, so we stayed at Bramwell Station, and where we had lunch, we passed there by 9 o'clock this morning. So we definitely got a much higher average speed and yeah, see it pretty bloody quickly.
The Tally Track is definitely a highlight of this riding trip. It is so much fun, there are so many sections where you can just really open the bikes up and cover some ground. Here we are at Gunshot. You can elect to ride any lines and any obstacles you want on these style of trips, but for us we decided to skip some of these, just these little drops into some rivers where you're not really achieving much by doing it, and beeline it to these waterfalls and get in for a dip. When crossing these rivers, sometimes the big rocks in the bottom can catch you out and get you hung up a little bit. So you don't want to be hitting these too hard because it's very easy to wash out and drown the bike. This here signals the end of the southern section of the Tally Track. From here, it's just a blast up the PDR, and then we're into the northern section. Here we go, northern section of the Tally Track. But first, a stop at Fruit Bat Falls, followed by Elliott Falls.
Yep, heading down to the mighty Fruit Bat Falls.
Been looking for a swim on this one for a bit. It's been hot work on the Tally. It's been good fun though, hasn't it?
Oh mate, epic. So much better on the bike than the car.
It is.
Yeah.
And fast too. So
You miss
fast.
everything, but
Yeah.
so much fun.
And it's funny, you don't realise how sandy the Tally Track is until you ride it.
Nah,
It's
exactly.
80% sand. And
Yep.
yeah, didn't even notice it driving really.
Nah, 100%.
But it's bloody fun. Just lean back, twist it, and off you go.
Off you go.
Let's go for a swim. So here, then we're off to Elliott next. This one's Ash's favourite of the trip.
My girls do.
Fruit Bat Falls, wow. I don't know how many times you would have to come up here to get over this place, but I do not think it's possible. Back on the bikes, let's go. Next stop, Elliott Falls and Twin Falls. Here at these waterfalls there's a campground as well. Bookings for here are made through Parks online, but there's also day visitor parking, and that's where we're parked up for a wander down to the falls.
Fruit Bat's done, mate.
It
Elliott's
is.
time.
Yep, we had a nice swim.
It was beautiful, so
Clean the boots.
yeah, 5 minutes later we're in bloody Elliott.
Yeah, Elliott swim.
Have another swim here and then keep pushing on to the northern end of the Tally.
Can't wait to hit Nolan's.
Must do when at these waterfalls is jumping from the ledges above. It's fun for all ages. Last year when we were up here with the kids, they spent hours doing it. A 100 metres up the path is Twin Falls. This one is a bit more tranquil than the last, and easy access straight off the rocks into the water. With the swims done, it's time to push on. We've still got to make it up to Loyalty Beach this afternoon. You've got to be very careful with your line choice across some of these deep crossings. Here, one of the boys has accidentally drowned their bike going a little too deep, but also we just get news that the Jardine ferry is broken down. Common occurrence so far this year. Here we have Cypress Creek Log Bridge. It's a bit of a sketchy one, it's just easier to walk the bike across. If you fall off, it's a long way down and a fair mission to get the bike out. And knowing my luck, most of my crashes are on dumb things, so dropping my bike down there is probably something that would happen to me. Last crossing of the tally track for us, Nolan's. You can do the island jump, we can jump off the ledges on the side, but we just all elected, we're so close to the tip, just push our bikes across the log bridge, we're safe, and we're almost on that home stretch. Nolan's. Many a car's been drowned in this river. If you jump back and have a look on our channel and look at our trip in the cars last year, 2 cars actually fell victim in here last year, so have a squiz at that. One important thing to keep in the back of your mind when riding this track is it's a 2-way track. I've seen a car pulled over, headlights on, and Simo just tucked on the left hand side of me, didn't see it, so he went to come looking past me, and yeah, we almost both ate it. So that's the tally track done, it's time to rip to the tip. Luckily for us, by the time we got to the ferry, it'd been fixed and the queues had been cleared, so it was straight on for us. Here it is, Lodi Beach. Green, red, white and blue. All those colours look absolutely stunning.
Always been a runner, never been one for settling down. Spent my life in the backwoods looking for ways out of a one-horse town. I found a 6-string ticket and jumped that westbound train. Now I only slowed down long enough to stand up on that stage. Cloud 9 is a cloud of dust for the next 1,000 miles. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire.
So day 6, camped up here at Lodi Beach, and today we're heading for the tip. So last day of riding, 5 beaches, Roma Flats, beer at Punsand, and yeah, come back and over to the ferry tomorrow, heading over to Horn Island and Thursday Island. So let's get it done.
Quick stop in at the famous croc tent to grab those souvenirs from the trip, and we'll be back on our way. If you haven't got that Cape York stubby holder, have you really been to the Cape?
A poor boy from the backwoods, thought I never
There it
would
is.
find my way.
Here we go, tip of Australia, we've made it. Everyone's pretty pumped to get a photo of the sign. Second time around, 2 years,
Oh,
Scotty.
mate, sensational. I'll do it again.
It's what we all came here for, so get the photos and big group photo and go do some playing on some beaches.
Yeah.
Go do some playing on
Yeah,
some beaches.
Straight to the pub.
Sweet girl, straight from downtown, where I was just another face.
Another site you can check out when you're up the tip is these derelict buildings, which used to be a resort. This was built back in the 70s by Bob Ansett and ran through up until the late 80s, where it was handed back to the local tribes, and unfortunately they couldn't make it work.
We're just getting started.
Not bad.
We're just getting started.
Now for a run out to do 5 beaches. 5 beaches is up at the top of Australia here, and it runs on the east coast and it weaves in and out 5 beaches.
Somewhere no
Beautiful little track this one, so on the bike or in a car, definitely recommend it.
5 beaches, right?
5 beaches, mate. It's been a
fun.
little while.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun out on the sand.
So much fun.
It's a nice spot. Windy on this side compared to the other side, but
It's good because it's damn hot, so a little
Yeah,
bit of
it's
wind is not bad at all.
beautiful, mate. Absolutely beautiful.
Last track of the trip for us, Roma Flats. This is grouse fun. After a few days on the bike, it can be a lot of hard work because it's a lot of soft sand on this one.
We're just getting started. We're just getting started. We're just getting started.
Here we go, Punsand Bay. I think a cold beer and a feed is calling our name.
That's one way to wrap up a ride. Cold beer, Punsand Bay.
Cheers, Westy.
Cheers. Oh, hang on. Cheers, mate. Well earned this one. Made it in one piece. Thanks, mate. That's not a croc.
Beer time.
Beer o'clock, mate. We've done the ride.
Last night on the Cape.
It is. Tomorrow, Thursday Island. Corn
Thursday,
Island.
Corn. Yep.
Yeah,
And then back to Cairns.
yeah, beer
Bit
and
of
pub over
relax.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
been good, mate.
Been epic. Second time. Do it again.
Doing the 40 next year, eh?
100%.
Need a passenger?
Yeah, I've got a few passengers.
Not bad for beer.
So anyway, guys, welcome to Cape York. Well done.
In the distance here is Thursday Island. Elwood used to fly out of Bamaga, but just to change it up a little bit and add a bit more sightseeing on that last day, we jump on the ferry and check out a bit of the sights on Thursday Island and a pub feed. On Thursday Island there's the naval defences from back in the day, and they're pretty cool to look around at. The cannons are still there and the view from there is stunning.
The crew is here for your safety. Please follow our instructions at all times. Once again, please read your safety on board card. Thank you.
And just like that, it's time to leave Cape York and head back to Cairns. The trip for myself isn't over yet. Some of the boys will fly out tomorrow, but I've got 4 relaxing nights in the Hilton in Cairns with me and the wife just to kick back and wash the red dust away. The Flash Hotel isn't usually something that I do that often, once in a blue moon, but geez, it's nice just to kick back and live it up for a bit. Cocktails, cheese platters, beautiful food, 3-course dinners, and then we're going to head out and explore some of the areas around Cairns. It's a cracking location here, the Hilton in Cairns, so yeah, if you're ever here, definitely put it high on that list of places to look at when you're staying. We grab a car for the day and we head down towards Cardwell, Mission Beach and Josephine Falls to finish it off. It's been one hell of a trip, and this is one awesome way to round it out. If you're ever interested in doing a trip up here or anywhere else in Australia or even a few overseas, couldn't recommend Elwood highly enough and want to thank them so much for having us along on the trip. It was unreal, we all had a blast.